Let us begin with what is Residential Act. The Residential Tenancies Act 2006, or RTA, is the cornerstone legislation in Ontario, Canada, regulating the relationship between landlords and tenants in residential rental housing. This act was enacted to provide a balanced framework that protects the rights and responsibilities of both landlords and tenants, ensuring fair practices and stability in the rental housing market. The RTA addresses various aspects of the rental process, from the initial lease agreement to the termination of tenancy. It sets clear guidelines on rent regulation, including limits on rent increases, thereby protecting tenants from sudden and unreasonable hikes, while allowing landlords to maintain their properties sustainably. Additionally, the Act outlines specific procedures for evictions, ensuring that tenants can only be evicted for legitimate reasons and following a fair process. Furthermore, the RTA mandates that landlords maintain rental units in a safe and habitable condition, which helps ensure that tenants live in decent housing conditions. The Act also provides mechanisms for dispute resolution through the Landlord and Tenant Board, or LTB, an independent tribunal that resolves conflicts between landlords and tenants impartially. Overall, the Residential Tenancies Act 2006 plays a critical role in fostering a fair, transparent and stable rental housing market in Ontario. What is the significance of the Residential Tenancies Act 2006? Protection of tenant rights. The RTA guarantees tenants' rights to safe, well-maintained housing and protects them from unfair practices such as arbitrary eviction and excessive rent increases. By setting out clear guidelines for landlords, the Act helps prevent exploitation and ensures tenants can enjoy secure and stable living conditions. Regulation of rent increases. One of the key aspects of the RTA is the regulation of rent increases. The Act limits how often and by how much rent can be increased, providing predictability for tenants. This helps prevent sudden and unaffordable rent hikes, contributing to housing affordability in Ontario. Clear eviction procedures. The RTA outlines specific grounds and procedures for eviction which must be followed by landlords. This includes providing proper notice and, if necessary, obtaining an order from the Landlord and Tenant Board, or LTB. These provisions protect tenants from illegal evictions and ensure that any removal from the property is justified and legally sanctioned. Dispute resolution. The Act establishes the Landlord and Tenant Board, or LTB, an independent tribunal that resolves disputes between landlords and tenants. The LTB provides a structured and impartial process for addressing issues such as non-payment of rent, maintenance problems, and breaches of the rental agreement. This helps maintain harmony and fairness in landlord-tenant relationships. Maintenance and repair standards. Landlords are required to maintain rental properties in good repair and comply with health and safety standards. This ensures that tenants live in habitable conditions. The RTA also empowers tenants to seek remedies if landlords fail to meet these obligations, enhancing the quality of rental housing. Security of tenure. The Act provides tenants with security of tenure, meaning they cannot be evicted without legitimate reasons as defined by the RTA. This gives tenants peace of mind and stability, knowing they can remain in their homes as long as they comply with the terms of their rental agreement. Balanced approach. While protecting tenants, the RTA also considers the rights and needs of landlords. It allows landlords to manage their properties effectively and ensures they can collect rent, maintain property standards, and regain possession of their units when necessary, for instance, for personal use or significant renovation.
Under the Residential Tenancies Act 2006, tenants in Ontario have specific rights and responsibilities aimed at ensuring a fair and balanced rental relationship. Here are the key rights and responsibilities of tenants. Rights of tenants. Right to a safe and habitable home. Tenants are entitled to live in a rental unit that meets health, safety and maintenance standards. Landlords must ensure that the property is in good repair and complies with local housing regulations. Right to privacy. Tenants have the right to privacy within their rental unit. Landlords must provide at least 24 hours written notice before entering the unit for repairs or inspections, except in emergencies. Tenants can only be evicted for reasons specified in the Residential Tenancies Act, such as non-payment of rent or causing significant damage. Landlords must follow legal procedures, including providing proper notice and obtaining an eviction order from the Landlord and Tenant Board. Upon request, tenants have the right to receive receipts for all rent payments, providing proof of payment and protecting against disputes. Tenants have the right to have guests in their rental unit without interference from the landlord, as long as it does not violate the lease agreement or disturb other tenants. Right to apply to the Landlord and Tenant Board. Tenants can apply to the LTB to resolve disputes related to maintenance issues, rent increases, and other disagreements with their landlord. Responsibilities of tenants. Paying rent on time. Tenants are obligated to pay their rent in full and on time as specified in the lease agreement. Non-payment can lead to eviction proceedings. Maintaining cleanliness and proper use. Tenants must keep their rental unit clean and avoid causing damage beyond normal wear and tear. This includes properly disposing of garbage and maintaining any appliances or fixtures provided by the landlord. Respecting the property and neighbours. Tenants should use the rental property reasonably and respect the rights of neighbours by avoiding excessive noise or disruptive behaviour. Reporting maintenance issues. Tenants are responsible for promptly reporting any maintenance issues or needed repairs to the landlord. This helps ensure that the property remains in good condition and that safety hazards are addressed. Complying with lease terms, tenants must adhere to the terms of their lease agreement, including any specific rules about the use of the property, such as no smoking clauses or pet policies. Notifying landlord of extended absences. If planning to be away from the rental unit for an extended period, tenants should notify the landlord to ensure the property is monitored and maintained in their absence. Avoiding illegal activities. Tenants must not engage in illegal activities within the rental unit, which can be grounds for eviction and legal action.